Hi, hello, my beautiful friends. How are you doing today? Long time no see, right? Yes, I'm sorry I disappeared for a little bit, but I am back with more positive energy, unconditional love for you guys, and I have some powerful, powerful insights that I really am eager to share with you today. Hope you guys are all doing well. And for those of you who don't know me, my name is Litara White. I have this ability to bring energy codes of unconditional love and divine light and wisdom to activate people's highest potential and open up their heart chakras through my voice. Yeah, so I noticed when I speak from the heart, or I sing, or I'm just being grounded with my divine presence and my authenticity in who I am, some kind of magic happens, and it activates and helps other people around me to connect with their own soul, with their own essence, and their own magnificence, as I like to call it. So, thank you so much for being here today. I'm so grateful for you watching this video, and I'm trying to do a little bit more of speaking, and just share what I feel and what has been coming through me lately. I see myself as this vessel, as this channel, uh, an embodiment through which the divine consciousness and unconditional love just wants to flow through and be expressed, through my words or meditations or anything I want to create right here on earth. So I really wanted to say some things today. A few days ago, I just really felt grounded more and more and embodied into my divine feminine or so-called goddess energy presence. And I really felt that I wanted to share this with you guys, regardless of the gender and who you identify as. The goddess, this divine presence of the divine feminine aspect of the universe, or God, source, consciousness, world, whatever you choose to call it. I'm going to call it God or source, or the creator, just for the future reference. I really felt connected, and that I'm being more and more present, just sitting with my inner goddess, my inner divine feminine energy. And the realization that I had, that I want to share today with you guys, is that the divine feminine, first of all, is not about the gender. We all have it equally as humans, regardless of being in a male or female body, or transgender body, or whatever your personal story is. It doesn't matter. I mean, it matters, sorry, but in the context of embodying the divine feminine energy, this is not number one, issue. So divine feminine energy is that yin principle that we call, right, from the sign. If you know the symbol in Taoism, the yin and the yang, right, that circle with the black and the white, and then the black having the white dot in it and the white having the black dot in it. Those are symbols of these two forces or energies or frequencies. I call them the yin and the yang principle, right? Because it's basically a principle of a force. It's basically how it works, right? So me being as a woman in this body, me being a woman, sorry, in this body, I feel, of course, naturally more connected to my inner feminine energy. And the way I was shown by the source of how these energies work, it's like, if I'm in a feminine body and I have a womb and I feel myself as a woman, right, gender speaking, then I should, this proportion would be like approximately, I would have, I feel more happy and aligned and myself when I'm more connected. Let's say 60 to 70% I'm living in my feminine polarity, right, the feminine principle, feminine energy. And then the other, let's say 30 to 40, or maybe 20%, right, the other the second energy that I still possess within me, and I still express through it when I need it, is the divine masculine, right? The yang principle. And maybe, the way I was shown, it's very approximate, right? Visual, you guys. Like, for example, if you're in a male's body and you feel yourself as a man, right? And you have genitals of a man and you identify, right, as a man, it would be, the other way around, right? So, 60, 70, maybe 80, right, percent, you may be operating, dominating yang principle, the divine masculine energy, as you are the vessel that embodies on earth in our three-dimensional world the divine masculine principle, and then the rest would be your divine feminine internal energy, right? So the main message is what I was shown by the goddess is that we are all at essence a soul, right? We are a divine being, a divine creature, energy, or consciousness, regardless of what kind of body we chose to incarnate in, right? Whatever body we chose for this lifetime or any other lifetimes, even if we have a transgender body, right? Or some kind of other, different particularities of our body, we are all at essence one consciousness, right? That expresses itself through millions and millions and billions of, individual consciousnesses, through us as human beings, right? So we all have our own each, right, individual consciousness, or a flame of the divine, or like I like to call it the flame of life, the flame of the divine, rather than my own flame, which is the soul, right? And you have a soul or a consciousness, right? With your authentic self, right? Your inner self. If you're not spiritual, you're not religious, if you don't resonate with the word soul, you don't have to accept it, right? But this is just how I call it, right? So when I say soul, I mean that one wholesome divine essence, that particle that is one with all consciousness in the universe, that is individually, right, embodied in a particular human being, right, in a particular person here on earth. Let's call it like that, right? So at essence, we are all, each of us is a soul, is a divine sparkle. It's a sparkle. It's like the way I see it in all my meditations, I always see it kind of like a flame, like a candle flame, or like a golden, sparkle, when you have those fireworks and it's like a little star, right? Like a little golden spark, like, a sparky thing. So this is how I see it, and this is how my mind interprets the energy. You may be seeing it in some different shape, right? But I think you understand what I'm trying to say, right? So this divine essence of who we are, our essential essence or natural nature, how other speakers call it, right? It's our individual soul, and it's invisible, right? But we all embody it in our body. So our soul lives itself through this body. So we are here to live and fully express what that inner essence, the soul, the spark of divine love, of divine life force, wants to create and enjoy while creating in this particular dimension, right? You guys know that we can, our consciousness is timeless, and it always exists in all versions of reality, all timelines and different dimensions all at once, right? But only we here as humans, we kind of see it as linear right now, right? So we kind of identify, right? We kind of focus all this attention, right, on the sparkle right here, right? Like right now, here and now, I am Litara White, and I feel like this is, my body, and I came here to live an experience, right? To create, to enjoy my life, right? And maybe share this joy with you guys and activate other people to enjoy their lives, right? So the way I saw it, the main thing is for us to, I guess, to understand more or better. Maybe for you guys, this is an invitation to dig deeper into your own essence of who you are, right? Whatever gender we are all souls, essentially, and this divine essence, the way I call soul, has both principles, both energies, the yin and the yang together, the feminine, divine feminine and divine masculine, right? Whether you're a man, you have within you, you have access to both energies, divine feminine and divine masculine. And so are we women, right? So do we. We both, we also have access. We operate from these two principles internally. It's only a little bit different, right, through our body. If it's a little different from, in women and men, right, how these energies may be expressed, right, or maybe how they, the proportion between them, right, within each person. But basically, what I'm trying to say today, guys, is that yes, we are human, and yes, our bodies are very important. We should totally love our bodies. But I think what the divine is trying to tell us, that this is an invitation for us to look deeper through the body, to look beyond and see, try to see ourselves and other people around us beyond the physical body, to see and understand that we all are at essence this divine soul, and we all have yin and the yang energies within us, right? So we're like individual expressions, individual sparkles of this one big same firework, that I call the divine of the universe. So I'm hearing the word separation, and I feel like this is the message that the divine is trying to convey to the humanity in today's world, is how we end separation on a deeper level. We need to start looking deeper within ourselves and start seeing people around us also as the same divine essence, right? So whatever disagreements and conflicts we may have from ego to ego, right, from human to human, they can be ended. This is what I'm hearing right now, guys. This is the message coming through right now, from the divine. They want to invite us to look with our spiritual eyes, right, from our higher perspective, onto ourselves and onto all other people and creatures around us in the world. Oh my God, guys. Whew. I hope you feel this energy. Like, I'm feeling this huge flow of love coming through and divine wisdom. This is what I'm hearing, and I want to tell you guys. And remember, right, when I speak in the flow, this is not just words. These are activations. If you're open to receive, just listen to me. You are being automatically connected and aligned to your own inner source of the divine knowledge, of your divine wisdom, of your soul, your heart. I am just a conduit, but I'm really, really feeling this energy, and I'm sharing it with you guys. I really hope that you can feel it now with me, because every time I connect to this energy, to the divine, I always feel this absolute, infinite, huge amount of unconditional love, and it is of a very high frequency, and I feel it so powerfully that I always tear up. So bear with me. And it's so hard to put it in words. So I feel that this is, it's a frequency. Of course, it's an energy. And all I'm here to do is just to be connected, to be present in that frequency. And this is the way how I see it, my work. It helps you and all the people who are receiving my message to be aligned with their own frequency of unconditional love that comes, from within. So my point is, you don't have to remember anything from this video. You don't have to do anything, just be present with it. Just listen, and maybe if you feel called to close your eyes or do something as you listen to this video, I'm sure that this is your inner authentic self coming through. So whatever your experience is with me and my videos, just be yourself, guys. So to finish the message, right? I'm feeling all this divine, unconditional love coming through me, right now, my beautiful friends. And this is what she, my divine higher essence, wants to tell us all, right? This is an invitation. They want to invite the divine. When they say they, I say they, it means the divine, right? My higher self, all of your higher self, right? All of us, our higher selves, right? Our souls, they're essentially one. They're our higher consciousnesses, our higher selves. They already know everything about us, right? Individually. I'm sure your soul and your heart, your higher aspect, they know everything that you need to know. They know where you need to go. They know how to help you, right, or how to guide you on your journey, so that you can get quicker and better and easier to your dreams, to your manifestations, to your goals, to your true deep happiness, right, and abundance. So that's what I'm feeling, you guys, right now through me. It's not only my soul speaking right now. I'm going to take the liberty of saying it, but I feel like this collective, divine, unconditional love consciousness of the whole humanity, of all our higher selves, they're all together. They are one because they already are in the consciousness of unity, right? And they want us to get there here on earth. This is why we're here for today, guys. I feel like this whole ascension and quantum ascension and moving into the 5D and spiritual growth and that we are talking about nowadays, right? And then all these things that a lot of other speakers and experts and teachers and gurus have been talking and writing books, right, and from YouTube and singing and right, sharing and expressing for the past, I don't know, over 20 years, right, or so. This is all about this one thing, is how we get to the unity consciousness on earth. We are on the way, you guys. Wow, I'm hearing, this is the first time I'm hearing you guys. It's just coming through. The unity consciousness is inviting us all from that higher level, right? From God, from the source. They're telling us that we need to start looking at ourselves and seeing each other as this essential essence kind of being, let's try to see beyond the physical. Let's try to see beyond what separates us, and let's get unstuck from the conflicts and anger and being upset with each other and being in conflict and in separation and being enemies, and I'm seeing visions of countries, as I speak. I feel like this is, it all starts on individual level, but then, guys, like we individually, we all put together, we make up the collective consciousness on earth. We make up the actual humankind, our civilization, our mankind, right? So whatever we have going on within on individual level as each human being, whatever we have here, whatever we see in ourselves and how we perceive the world, right? Whatever we project into the world individually, each of us, when we add all this up, all these energies, all these projections, we manifest our physical reality and situation in our society. And not only in our countries, you guys, but this is all affecting the whole Mother Earth. It's affecting the global political, geopolitical, and economical situation and an energetical situation on Earth. So our individual essence, our individual life has direct impact on the whole global scale of events. You guys, this is what they're showing me now. They're literally showing me visions of countries, and I'm seeing Syria, whatever happens now in Israel, right, on the Gaza Strip, the conflicts between countries, the wars, Russia and Ukraine war, all other wars, companies and countries fighting for the oil, right? Like petrol and stuff like that. The fight for resources on earth. All of these things, you guys, are the conflicts. Whatever external, international, global, massive conflicts and disagreements and fights we have going on earth, on our planet, are all direct manifestations and expressions of what is happening on individual level for many individual people, human beings. I cannot say all of us, because I know already many people have been awakened, they started understanding this, and they are already moving into the unity consciousness within themselves. And maybe you have been on this journey already, and if so, I congratulate you, right? But remember that there are still millions and millions of people who are still in separation, in the energy of division within themselves. We still, guys, nobody's perfect, right? I'm not perfect either. So we all, more or less, right, I can say, we're all human, right? And we still might have, no matter how awakened and ascended you are, no matter of the level of your spiritual growth advancement, guys, we all may still have within us, here or there, some internal conflicts, some internal, the leftover of some kind of inner fragmentation, right? When we separated ourselves, or we separated a part of our consciousness, a part of ourselves, right? Maybe in a childhood because of a trauma, or in a past life, or because of some other event where we experienced pain, or maybe we expressed a part of ourselves that was judged, heavily judged or criticized by society, or maybe even by our own parents or loved ones, right? I feel like you know what I'm talking about. I feel like you guys, the audience who is watching me, my videos, I'm feeling you guys as pretty advanced in your spiritual journey, and you are mostly awakened and conscious to the processes that are happening within yourselves and in the world. And I feel like you will resonate with a lot of what I'm saying. That's what I'm getting. So kudos for you guys, and thank you again for watching me and for bearing with me, because my videos are never short, no matter how much I try to do it. But I'll make a video separately about this, why I decided to allow the flow to just come through me and allow my videos to be as long as they want themselves to be, right? So I don't want to digress, but just to finish up my idea, right? Whatever separation and fragmentation has happened within ourselves, within me, and you and every other person on individual level, right? You know how when we experience pain, our psyche pushes away that experience, right? Or unprocessed pain, or any other emotion, or that part of us that we at some point, by some reason, deemed dark, unfit, bad, not good, incorrect, wrong, or so forth, right? I noticed that within myself, guys, it's like it's in my psyche. I pushed away like a lot of little parts of me, of my soul, right, of who I am, and like my subconscious mind, right, that I just kind of pushed them. I basically fragmented myself, right, and a lot of these parts I pushed them away, and they went into the shadow, right? Like the psychologists, you guys know, they talk about the shadow all the time, right? So this is what I saw happen, right? Our soul is light, right? We are basically pure light beings embodied on planet Earth. So our consciousness, our soul, and everything that we are, including our physical body, right? We are all manifestations, basically, of divine light. So whatever part of ourselves we deem bad, quote unquote, right, or unfit, we push it away, and our psyche, right, our human psyche tends to push it away in the darkness, right? And it just sits there in the shadow. Like we basically close ourselves, our consciousness, we close the door to that part of us, to that energy space in our psyche, in our energy, in our energetic body, right? In our soul, and we don't look there. So we turn away and we start, maybe we judge ourselves, right? Or like we just kind of move on with our lives. And I'm hearing this right now that for a lot of us, most of the stuff happens in the childhood, in the early childhood. We do these things also a lot in past lives, but I'm really feeling them focusing. They want us to focus now on the childhood. Like most of the majority, I'm hearing for us, and maybe for you, for the audience, for whoever is watching this, like I'm hearing approximately 80%, the biggest chunk is coming from the childhood. And I'm seeing like very, very early years, like 0 to 2-3 years, like that the first 2-3 years of our life here on earth. A lot of stuff happens and we can't deal with that because our consciousness and our minds doesn't have the filters yet. It cannot filter. It doesn't have any judgment. So it just absorbs, it soaks in everything like a sponge. So we tend to, cut ourselves into pieces basically at the very, very early age. So that's what they're showing me. They're showing me that this segmentation, the separation, the division within ourselves that we individually experience, right? Combined, right? It's multiplying with all the other people in the planet, right? Who are still internally, right? They're still internally in the separation mentality, right? They're in division, they're in the inner conflict. Because of that, when we combine all of our consciousnesses, guys, like the separation plus separation plus separation plus, division, fragmentation, all of it makes up this huge snowball that manifests this global international event. You know what I mean? So that's the cause and effect. They're showing me the connection, you guys. Like I feel like this is what we need to understand today. How individual internal separation in a human being is manifested, is expressed externally out in the world, and because of this is the manifestation creates conflicts on society level, between groups of people, between organizations, between countries, between big companies, between nations, right? Between races, etc., etc. I hope I'm making sense. Am I making sense, guys? You please let me know in the comments if something is unclear, because when I channel, when this divine flow comes through me, sometimes it's really hard for me to kind of make it in a slower pace, and sometimes it's hard even for me to find the right words to express what I'm feeling. But I hope I'm being clear, and I hope you get the most value of this channeled message and activation that I'm expressing here today. So that's the thing, you guys. Individual separation, internal conflict, internal division, whatever we have going on, like all our internal individual dynamics, right? If we, for example, if I'm a woman and I have some conflict, if I was hurt by a man, so I kind of hate men now, or I'm angry, that means that I'm hating or I'm angry my inner divine masculine energy, right? Remember in the beginning what I spoke about, right? We all have the yin and the yang, right? So let's say if I'm a woman and I have an issue, whatever the issue is, externally, right, with men, or I was hurt by a man, or for example, if I haven't healed that trauma or that pain, it creates an internal misalignment, an internal imbalance and conflict between my inner feminine and my inner masculine energy. You know what I'm saying? So this internal conflict or imbalance or misalignment will be automatically manifested, expressed for me and maybe for other people, right, in my life externally, right? Remember, you guys, we are creators of our reality 100% of our time, whether we are aware or we're not aware of it, right? So because we are creators, going back to the beginning, right? Remember, we are all souls. We are sparks of the divine consciousness. on earth. And what is the divine? The divine is the creative force, is love. God is a creator, is the ultimate creator of all things in the whole, right, universe. And we, as the children of the divine, right, we are like the mini expressions, we are the mini representations, the babies of God living here in the physical body, right? So just because we are smaller in size than the whole divine love consciousness, that doesn't mean that we don't have the exact same powers, right? Remember, our essence is the same. We are the same with God's essence in our soul, which means that we are ultimate creators too. We are ultimate manifestors in our pure form. So whatever we have going on within will be automatically manifested in the outer world, right? As within, so without, right? So this is a reminder for all of you guys, and for me too, again, for all of us, and a reminder and an invitation from the divine. Please, let's be mindful. Let's connect to ourselves on a deeper level. This is the message for you guys all. I feel like that's another, maybe it can be a source of inspiration. Maybe you can ask yourself after you watch this video, right? Where, you can set your intention, they're telling me, right? How can this video help you, right? I'm asking, like, guys, I'm talking here for like half an hour, like, what can this do to people, right? Like, how can I help them, right? So my inner goddess is showing me this example, right? You can set, right, your daily intention. Maybe you journal in the morning, or before you go to bed, right? Or like if you really are on the spiritual growth path or on the consciousness path, if you resonate with this video, right, and you still see some kind of events happening in your life that you're not happy with, right? Or like there are still some areas of your life where you feel, lack or scarcity or pain, they're showing me that, someone is writing in their journal. Like when you wake up in the morning or before bed, depends on how you guys, when you guys meditate, right? I'm seeing that we need to write it down, right? Like get a piece of paper, right? And a pen or a pencil, right? And you write it down. And write down your intention in your own words. Something like this, they're telling me. You can either write it as a question, like what parts of me are still in conflict or in misalignment, or you can ask in your words or write it down as a request to your soul, to your subconscious mind, right? Or to the source, to God, to spirit, consciousness, higher self, right? Whatever you want to call it, right? You can say, for example, please universe, right? Or please God, show me, right? Show me clearly the next step where I can work, or show me the area or that part of myself what I still need to bring balance and unity. What part of me are still feeling denied? What parts of me are still feeling, unseen, in shadow, or they're still in darkness, right? What parts of me can and are ready to be, I'm hearing pacified, like brought together, right? United, unified. What parts of me still need to be balanced, or what can I unify within myself, or how can I come even closer to embodying internally the unity consciousness? How can I truly become whole and one with myself internally? Easy and simple. They write it down, make sure you ask that it's going to be easy and simple and very, very clear for you guys, right? And then work on that. That's what they're telling me. Oh, this is the message. This is the message, you guys, I'm hearing. Okay, that's what they're telling me. Dear human beings, if you truly, really, from your heart, want to end conflicts, wars, fight, separation, pain, suffering, hunger, anger, and whatever division you see around you in the world, Start with yourself. Start within. As soon as you end your internal separation and all conflicts and all misalignments within yourself, as soon as you get to truly on a deeper level to your internal wholeness, and you feel you as soon as you start feeling and living the oneness of your own being, right? The oneness between all your aspects, your mind, your heart, your body, your spirit, your emotional body, right? Your inner feminine, your inner masculine, your sexual energy, your mental energy, right? Psychologically, spiritually, physically, energetically, emotionally, sexually. All guys, we're multidimensional beings, right? Remember, so we're basically, what they're saying, we are all called to bring all pieces of ourselves together, and the key is through unconditional love. You guys remember, right? If you have a part of you, an aspect of you that is sitting there feeling denied, feeling rejected, feeling in pain, maybe it's a part of your inner child, right? Or something else, right? If you're a man and you are hurt by your ex-wife or your mother, and you have a lot of wounding around, a feminine figure, a woman figure in your, heart or in your mind, that means that maybe you're pushing away your inner feminine. She is definitely hurting there inside, and there is a misalignment. So please make sure to heal whatever trauma or pain, or anger, whatever you have had going on. Forgive those women or that woman, in on your own pace, right? Don't force yourself, right? Like, be gentle with yourselves, guys. They're telling us, guys, be gentle. Be that kind of parent to yourself that you wish you had, right? If you never had them, or whatever you would like to improve about your parents, but like whatever love you never got from your parents, start giving yourself that love, because you are the divine, kind parent. I know, you guys, I can feel it, that you are kind and gentle and loving. Very, very loving people are watching me right now. I can feel it. I can see your heart, guys. Your heart is so beautiful. Whoever you are, thank you, beautiful human being. I can feel your honest, genuine, pure heart. I know you guys are like that. And I know for sure that you have enough kindness, compassion, and unconditional love in your heart to heal any kind of part of you that felt mistreated, or fragmented, or pushed away, or compartmentalized, or and so on. Please, guys, heal yourself. Focus on healing yourself first, and only then you can start helping others or sharing your gifts with others in a wholesome oneness consciousness kind of way. And only then you will start seeing a lot of shifts around you, and you will see, they're telling me, guys, look, this is what they're telling me, when we focus on ourselves, so like we change literally, energetically, and spiritually our inner reality, right? So as soon as our inner reality shifts, right, our perception will shift, right, our whole being will shift, right? You will start emanating through your body a different frequency, a different energy. And so your inner union, your inner oneness, your inner peace will help manifest the collective peace on earth. Literally, guys, we are literally, individually, each human being, we are co-creating our physical reality on planet Earth. So remember, this is a confirmation for you of your individual worth. Can you see, just feel it, guys. Just like feel on a deeper level with me. Let's take a deep breath and just feel into it, guys. How valuable you are as a human being, just you alone, when you do an inner shift for yourself, you improve your own life, you heal yourself, you start creating a new life, a new reality internally, out of balance, out of alignment, out of unconditional love and light. You literally impact the whole globe, the whole fucking planet, you guys. How amazing is that? Just acknowledge yourself right now, your own power and your magnificence, because you are freaking magnificent, my friend. I'm telling you, and I will keep telling you every time until the day I die. I am telling you guys, like, that's what I wrote in my YouTube description of my channel. I am here to remind you guys of how magnificent you are as a human being. You are literally the expression of God, of the divine, unlimited force, power, love, abundance, worth in a one physical body on earth. Just feel, imagine how much you will shift the reality once you come to your inner peace within yourself. Once you reach, they're telling me again, you guys, once every human being reaches their own individual inner peace, inner wholeness, inner oneness, like some people call it the divine union, like the union of all pieces of you. Guys, this is not just the union of inner masculine or feminine, This is the union, the congruency, the connection, the alignment in love, right? Between the inner child, the inner parent, inner adult, right? The inner woman, the inner man, right? The body, the mind, our physical organs, our thoughts, right? Our thoughts need to be aligned with our heart, right? Everything, all these aspects of who we are, guys, once they come into alignment and in a true, actual oneness, union within, they're telling me, then the possibilities are limitless, guys. We will be affecting, and we are already affecting, right, individually, the whole collective consciousness and global reality on planet Earth. And only then, they're telling me, will we see actual physical changes on a political level, societal level, international level. Guys, that's what they're telling me. When you are done with coming to your inner union for real, to your inner oneness and wholeness, you will see very fast. Guys, they're telling me actually the word instantly. As soon as our reality internally shifts into consciousness of oneness, of unity, they're telling me we will start instantly seeing really, really fast, like how wars will, ending. The wars ending, corporations, presidents, right, signing peace agreements. I'm seeing, right, like, guys, I'm seeing documents. I'm seeing, contracts, like signed documents between alliances being created, right, on international level, right? Companies joining each other, right, and creating something new, right? Communities being created, like, right? Peace between nations, different countries, different nations coming together, right, on a whole new massive level, right? And that's how we will shift into a new human race. And that's when this thing called 5D ascension, human ascension, quantum ascension will be manifested fully on planet Earth, guys. See, we will ascend when we come to inner peace. Once we come to inner peace, individually, everybody, all human beings, we will manifest instantly this global, international, collective peace, right? And we will see the manifestations of it. I'm hearing a lot the word politics, like, guys, on a political level. On political level, if you really want to change something, stop fighting with your neighbor, right? If you live in the United States of America, like I do, if you're a Democrat and you're fighting with your Republican neighbor, you're wasting your time, my friend. Stop doing it and go within, right? Shift your focus, guys, the focus from the external to the internal. And we will see massive, massive shifts politically, internationally, economically, very quickly, you guys. But that's it. Is what's required of us. Each human being needs to focus all our attention, guys, right? Look, right here. You know how Michael Jackson said, what was that song that, you know, be the change you want to see, right? I mean, it sounds trivial, but the guy's like, look, this whole complex spiritual energetic concept that has just been downloaded right through me, it comes to the simple truth, because this is how reality works, you guys, right? Like on quantum level, how many times we have seen what's within, that's without, right? So if you want to change anything on the external, stop wasting your time with trying to convince someone else of your truth, or something else, or stop fighting for justice, stop fighting or being angry about something else that's going on out externally, right? Stop watching the news about the wars and etc. It's not going to help you guys. You really want to help the planet, help yourself, right? Come back into the self-love and start opening up your heart. Do things that make you feel full of unconditional love. Start loving yourself unconditionally, and do everything you feel and you can and you need to feel loved yourself unconditionally. Start loving and accepting unconditionally all parts of yourself, especially those parts of yourself that you deemed bad or dark or evil or untrue, or you denied them, or somebody told you, that's not good, you shouldn't be doing that. Whatever part of you feels judged, stop judging it and start loving it. Just give it space. Welcome it back into your heart, guys. That's all we need. Basically, the answer to the global peace is just self-love, unconditional self-love on each individual human being level. That's all we need. All we need is love. Yeah, that's it. I think that was the message for today. That was today's activation, my friends. I hope you find it valuable. I hope you had enough patience to stay until the end of this video. And you can always pause it, right, and watch later. I hope I was being clear enough with my words to express the message of unconditional love and unity. I feel like it was a lot of unity and oneness and love coming for all of us on individual level, from the goddess, from the source, from the universe. And I want you to know, guys, my beautiful friends, that I love you. I love you, me as Litara White, as a human being and as a soul. I honestly, genuinely love you. I hope you can feel my love in my heart, and I'm gonna send you love from my heart center, unconditional love, right now into your heart. And I wish you all the best on your journey. I wish you steady, deep, and fast healing, a reconnection, and balancing out of all the pieces of yourself. And I wish you all the best, you guys. That's all I'm here for. I just really have so much unconditional love in my heart, and I want to share it with the world, because I think that every human being deserves unconditional love. I think this world needs a lot of unconditional love. And may peace and love be with you, my friend. Love you. Bye. I'll see you soon in my next video.